During that time, I would have sworn to you that I was going to be an architect. That was my goal. That was my dream. So here we are at a conference all about employee experience. And have you ever thought about that word? What is an experience? But it's as simple as saying, what is our cycle at our company? Yeah. What are each of the touch points with employees in each one of those cycles? And how do we take each one and make it into a better experience?
Yes.
And it's different for every company. My son's favorite animal is the jaguar. And I remember this book that we read when he was little, and it had, the big, huge font in it, and had one page that said, "Jaguars live alone." And I remember thinking, well, we don't. Humans rely on other humans. Like, that's just, we want our people, right? We want our people around us. And that's what culture is. Who is our people? Whether you have a big company or a small company, you have that. You have your people. Do you want to create it intentionally, or do you want to let it be created on its own? It's going to be there. I think of culture as who you are as a company, and you want that to mesh with who the person is and how they work best as well. And when there's is it discongruence? I don't know what
I'm going to go with it for now.
Sure. Well, that word. If there's not something that works together, you can never force fit it. It will always fall apart at some point.
When I've worked in places where we've actually created the culture or transformed the culture, it works best when we co-create it with employees and let them express what they want the culture to be based on what matters to them. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side, let leadership express what they need the culture to be. So there's a little bit of wants and a little bit of needs.
That's the power of a true experience. We've tried for 20 years in HR to solve the engagement puzzle. How do we engage employees? And we haven't succeeded because you can't. We can't be the ones to do it. Yeah. All we can do is create these experiences where people can't have the option to be engaged.
If you think about it as an investment, the employee experience is an investment in engagement. Every single experience will reap a reward in higher productivity and higher profitability. And you can put dollars right onto that to showcase that to your leaders.
What comes first, the experience, the engagement, or the culture? And how do you know when all three are working in unison?
I think culture always needs to come first, because that's where everything else draws from. So you have to define it if it already exists and you like it. So just kind of define it, codify it, because often we might like what we have, but we've just never put our finger on what it is. Or if you're looking to transform it, go through that process, but do that definition and kind of process first. And then that becomes what everything else hangs off of. And then you create experiences across that employee journey or employee cycle that are congruent with what you just kind of defined or codified. And then engagement then becomes the outcome. So really that's then the answer to that second question of how do you know they're working is because you've got great engagement, right? So it's experiences that are culturally consistent that propel engagement. I think that's how they work together. We're putting a premium on great experiences, and we're no longer putting up with bad ones.
Awesome. I think that is a wonderful summary of what's happening today.
All of us, regardless of age, race, educational background, types of positions, we are wired to want to belong somewhere. This is what makes us human. So you need a place, an environment, a set of experiences that derive that fundamental sense of belonging.